Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Marcella, and this is a strong flow class focused on strengthening and finding mobility in the side body. We'll begin lying down on our backs. Reach your arms and legs out really wide and take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up with air and stretch through your fingers and toes. Exhale, let everything release and relax. 2 more big breaths just like that. Inhale, reaching through your arms and legs. Everything gets long. And exhale through the mouth. Last time. Big giant breath in. Exhale, relax. Walk your legs at least as wide as the mat, maybe even a little bit on the outside of the mat. And then reach your left leg all the way up and over and cross it on top of your right leg. Lengthen that left leg as much as you can, and then scoot your shoulders over to the right as well, and maybe clasp opposite elbows, reaching through the arms. Breathe into your left ribs, filling up that left side body. Feeling stretch and length down the entirety of the outside of your left leg. Try to anchor both sides of your hips and both shoulders down on the mat. So we're creating this big half moon shape with our bodies. One more big breath. And then let's switch sides. Reach your left leg all the way back across to the other side of your mat. Scoot your shoulders over to the left. Reach your right leg across, hook it on top of your left. And then switch the clasp on your elbows, opposite hand on top. And lengthen through your shoulders and through the upper arm. Breathing into the right side. Anchoring both shoulders and both sides of the hips down. Getting a little bit more length down that right outer thigh. Reaching through the right toes. Last breath. And then slowly come back to center. Walk your feet in underneath your hips, knees up to the ceiling. Let's take a big breath in. As you exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips really, really high. Pressing your hip bones up to the sky, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your hamstrings. Check in with your knees, make sure they're not swaying out to the side, hugging in towards the midline. Option to walk your shoulders underneath you a little bit and interlace your hands, getting a bit of a shoulder stretch here. Pressing down through the soles of the feet, maybe lift and spread the toes. Check in with your neck, make sure you're not clenching your jaw or putting too much weight towards your neck, keeping it in the shoulders. Keep your hips high, feel that firing in the hips and the glutes. Last couple of breaths. Then we'll unclasp our hands and slowly lower our hips all the way down. Draw your knees into your chest, give them a big squeeze, gently rock side to side, massage the low back. And then we'll take our legs to tabletop shape, so shins parallel to the floor, knees stacked over your hips. And then you're gonna reach your right hand back and place it behind your skull, making a little basket for your head. Take your left palm to the front of your left thigh. Gently press your left thigh into your left hand and feel that resistance, that connection between the hips and the ribs. The core will start to fire a little bit. And then let's take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders away from the mat. curling up, scooping the belly. Inhale, lower the head down, maybe extend the leg. That's an option. Extend and flex the right leg. Exhale, lift, bend the right knee, squeeze everything up. Inhale, lower the head, extend the right leg long. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep pressing into the left thigh. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more like this. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep the right leg long. This time, as you exhale, you're going to rotate towards that left thigh. And inhale down to center. Exhale, lift and rotate, connecting right ribs to left hip bone. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Last time. Exhale, lift. Hold the up. Reach through that right elbow. And then lower everything down. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Breathe. And let's do the other side. Legs to tabletop. Right palm to the front of your right thigh. Left hand comes behind your skull. Deep breath in. As you exhale, curl up, squeezing everything in. Inhale, lower, option to extend the left leg. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Keeping everything engaged. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Never arching the low back. Inhale, lower. Last one like this. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We're going to keep the left leg long. As you exhale, you lift and rotate to the right. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift and rotate. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and rotate, wringing out the abs. Inhale, lower. Last time, exhale, lift and squeeze. Reach through that left elbow. Reach, 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 and lower everything down. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Release the front of your hips. Gently move your knees around. Soften in the hip socket. And then let's make our way onto our belly. When you arrive, send your palms back by your sides, thumbs out, palms down into the mat. Point your feet, tops of the feet down, and have your legs about hip-width distance apart. Right away, connect to that sensation of firming up the low belly. So we want to think of scooping the low belly slightly away from the mat, lengthening the low back. And then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and reach your hands back so that your head and shoulders lift away from the mat. You're still looking down at the mat, down your nose, and then gently reach your arms off the mat as well. Keep squeezing and wrapping the shoulders. And then gently start to rock side to side, reaching first a little bit more through your left fingertips and then through your right fingertips. Almost like you're walking your shoulders back. Keep breathing. Keep firming up the belly. Waking up the side body and a little side bend in the spine. 2 more breaths. And then gently lower everything down. Take a breath. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head and shoulders, reach the arms back like you're flying. This time, option to hover the toes as well. If you're hovering the toes, try to squeeze the inner thighs together, connecting your feet. And then again, we'll reach through the left fingers and then through the right. Just 2 more breaths. And gently lower everything down. Slide your hands up underneath your shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra pose. No weight in the hands, just squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the low belly up. Slowly lower down, again like that. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of the feet down, legs are long. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high cobra, lifting a little higher, pressing into the hands, reaching the heart forward, elbows back. Exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, high cobra. And exhale, lower down. Gently press into hands and knees and rise up. Make your way around to face the front of your mat. Finding a tabletop position, shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips over your knees. Let's take a couple of cat-cows, lowering your spine through your arms and then reaching your heart forward. Cow pose, and then pressing the ground away from you, rounding the spine, cat. Finding your breath, inhale, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, squeezing the belly, lifting up towards the ceiling. 2 more. Last one. And then find a neutral spine. Let's turn the top of our head and our right hip towards one another, keeping the arms straight. Keep the left shoulder back so you feel a little stretch on the side of your neck. And then switch sides, left hip and left ear, keeping the right shoulder back so you're lengthening the right side of your neck. One more each side like that. And then draw a circle with your head and tail, keeping your arms straight, moving through those side bend positions, through your cat-cow, connecting everything into one smooth motion. And switch directions. And then find your way in the center, in your neutral position. Setting up with a long, neutral spine, keeping both sides of the waist really long. Extend your right leg back behind you and hover those toes off the mat. Keep that right hip square to the mat, but turn your right leg out slightly so your right toes will face a little bit to the side. Deep breath in here. As you exhale, bend that right knee up towards your right shoulder and then extend it back behind you. Again, bending that knee in, reaching it up towards your right shoulder, and then pressing out through the heel as you extend it back. Option to reach the left arm out to the side to make this even a little bit more challenging. Option to give a little kick with the right leg up at the top, straight out to the side, before you extend it back. 2 more. Keeping the belly lifted, sides of the waist long. Last one. This time we're going to set the right foot gently down, finding our gate pose. Press the sole of the right foot down into the ground, and then inhale 2 cat-cows, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, rounding the spine. Feeling that stretch in the groin, the inner right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to neutral, let's slide that right foot along the floor, bringing it back behind us, and swivel on the left shin, peeling the right arm up to the ceiling, finding this modified side plank. Grounding down through the left hand, rolling that left shoulder down your back, and lifting through the sides of the waist. Option to stay here, or press into that right foot and extend your left leg as well, finding a full side plank. 3 breaths here. Make sure you're not tensing your jaw and neck. Gaze can be wherever is most comfortable for you. And then we'll slowly lower the right hand all the way down. Turn to face the mat, plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower through your chaturanga all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, elbows squeeze back and in. Exhale, press into your hands and knees, come to your tabletop. We'll do the other side right away. Pressing into the hands, extend your left leg back. Lift and hover those left toes. Keep the left hip square, but turn the leg out. Your toes are facing diagonally to the side. And then squeeze and bend that left leg, reaching the left knee towards the left shoulder, and press out through the sole of the foot, extending the leg back. Again, like that. Breathing, option to add the arm. Option to add an extension of the left leg at the top, kicking it out to the side, and then bending and extending it behind you. 2 more. Last one, keep lifting the abs. And then we'll lower the right hand and gently place that right foot out in line with your right knee. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, round the spine. Pressing into the sole of the left foot. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to neutral. We're going to slide that left foot back behind us. Swivel on the right shin. Peel the left arm open to the ceiling. Modified side plank. Roll the right shoulder down your back. Press through all 5 fingers on the right hand. Option to make this a full side plank, stepping the right foot behind your left. Lifting through the right side of the body. 2 breaths here. And then slowly lower that left hand down, find your plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower through your chaturanga all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, press into your hands and knees, come to your tabletop, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips, find your downward dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Wrap your armpits towards your shins. Soften your heels towards the mat. Stay lifted in the low belly. And hold for 2 or 3 big, long breaths. Keep your shoulders nice and square to the mat. Shift your weight to your left foot. Reach your right leg high. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bend that right knee. Draw it to the outside of your right arm. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, bring that knee to your left elbow. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, outside of the right elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, draw it straight into your nose and step it in between your hands. Lower your left knee all the way down. If you need to pad your left knee, you can always fold over your mat a little bit. Keep your left toes tucked. Rise all the way up, finding this low lunge, squaring off the hips, creating a 90-degree bend in both legs. Lift the low belly. Breathe. Stay right here or ground down through both feet and hover that left leg a couple of inches off the mat. Press your right foot down and gently draw it back so your right hip squares off. One more breath. And then slowly lower the hands down, one on either side of the right foot. Bend into that left knee and then step that left foot forward to meet your right. Big toes to touch, heels a little bit apart. Inhale, find a flat back shape, bringing your hands to your shins or your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, soft bend in the knees, sweep the arms all the way up to standing. Interlace the fingers, point your fingers, reach up to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Hold here and breathe. Ground down through your left foot. Feel that connection between the left foot and the left hand, reaching away from one another. On your next inhale, rise up through the center. Exhale, poke a little hole in the ceiling and reach up and over to the left. Feeling the right fingertips and right heel reaching away from one another. And then inhale through the center, deep breath in. Exhale, fly forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop your feet back to a plank, and slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Shifting your weight into your right foot, reach that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that left knee to the outside of your left elbow. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale up. And exhale, right elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, draw it straight into your chest and step that foot between your hands, lowering your right knee down either to a pad or just to the mat, and rise all the way up, reaching the arms high, lifting the belly, trying to get the pelvis nice and vertical here. Staying right here or grounding down through both feet and hovering that right knee off the mat. Getting long in the sides of the waist. And then lower the hands down. Generous bend in the right knee to launch yourself forward to your forward fold, big toes to touch, heels maybe an inch apart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. This time, don't interlace them, but squeeze your biceps by your ears. Reach through the fingertips up and over to the right. Keep squeezing that right bicep up to your right ear. Maybe get a little further and then slowly come through the center, lifting up and over to the left. Shoulders and hips both face forward. So we're not twisting at all. Keep squeezing your biceps in and then rise through the center. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop through your plank, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 big breaths in, out through the mouth. Shifting your weight to your right foot, reach your left leg high. Open that left hip and bend the left knee. Getting a little extra stretch in the hamstrings. Keep your shoulders square. And then let's re-square that left hip, pointing the toes down. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw that left knee over to your right elbow, and then step that left foot lightly through and peel your right arm open to the sky. Fallen star. Rolling your left shoulder down your back, lifting through the hips and the waist. Option to extend the right arm overhead. And then slowly lower that right hand back to the mat. Sweep your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. And exhale, draw that knee straight into your nose and step it in between your hands. Unweight your hands and rise up, crescent lunge. Find a softening in the right knee at first. Lift through the belly. Lower your left hand down to your left thigh. Reach the right fingertips up and over. And then gently extend the right leg, getting that deep stretch on the right hip flexors. Two more big breaths here. Reaching a little further to the side. And then we're going to open our arms, find the long side of our mat, turn your toes to the corners of the mat, and bend both knees, sitting deeply into this goddess pose. Check in with your knees, make sure that they're directly over your toes, even if that means you need to bring your toes in a little bit. From there, let's interlace our hands behind the back of our skull, traction your spine a little bit, so you're lifting your head up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to side bend to the right, reaching that right elbow towards the right knee. Anchoring through the left hip, so we're not lifting through the left hip, that hip stays down. Nothing changes in the lower body. And then reach up and over to the left. Good, one more time each side. Up and over to the right, and up and over to the left. Good, coming back through center, extend the arms. Windmill the right hand down, turning onto your right toes, and reach the left arm high for an easy twist. Keep swiveling onto the outer edge of your right foot and walk your left foot around. Find your side plank. Deep breath in, smooth exhales, If you want an extra challenge, keep your toes connected, separate your heels. Maybe lift that left leg slightly. And then we'll lower the foot, bring that left hand down, find your plank, and slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Big breath in through the nose, long breath out through the mouth. Shifting your weight to your left foot. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Open that right hip for a moment, bend the right knee. Reach that knee to the ceiling, keeping the shoulders square. And then re-square that right hip, turning the toes down. Exhale, draw that right knee to your left elbow. Lightly step it through. Peel your left arm open, fallen star. Rolling the right shoulder down, lifting the hips high. No extra tension in the neck. The gaze is wherever is comfortable for you. And slowly lower the left hand down. Sweep that right leg up and back. And then exhale, draw your right knee straight to your nose. Step your right foot in between your hands. Unweight your hands and rise, crescent lunge. Grounding down through both feet. Softening the left leg, softening the left knee. And then gently resting your right hand on your right thigh, reach the left fingertips up and over to the right. Keeping the hips square, start to extend that left leg. Doesn't have to get straight. And then slowly swivel on the left toes, opening up to the long side of your mat. Finding your goddess pose, bending the knees, sitting your hips low. Reaching the arms behind the back of your skull, giving your head a little bit of a lift so you lengthen the back of your neck. And then we'll reach the left elbow towards the left knee. Doesn't have to touch, come through the center, over to the right. Through the center, one more time each side. Feel the burn in the legs, right side. Coming back through the center, open the arms, windmill the arms down, plant your left hand down, reach the right arm up, turning onto the left toes for your easy twist. And then gently keep swiveling onto the outer edge of your left foot. Walk your right foot around. Find your side plank. You can always take that modification that we took earlier in class. Separate the heels if you can, and then option to hover the right leg a little bit. Good. Lifting through the left side body. Slowly lower the right foot, turn to your plank, deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. Bringing your big toes to touch, heels a little bit apart. Squeeze your inner thighs together, squeeze your knees together, and rise up, chair pose. Sitting your hips low, lifting the low belly up. Proud chest. And then as you're ready, gently bring your hands to your heart, prayer position. Shift your weight to your left foot, lift your right heel high. Slide that right toe back with control. Stepping light as a feather into your lunge. Swirl that right heel down and open your arms to a warrior two. Lining up your left knee over your left ankle. Pressing the shoulders down. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Flip the left hand. Reach up and back. Reverse warrior. Bringing the right hand either to your right thigh or behind your back. Anchoring your left hip down. And then we'll find extended side angle. Bringing the left forearm to the left thigh, reaching the right arm up. You can stay right here or reach that right arm overhead, bicep to your ear, staying lifted through the waist. Option to stay here or extend the left arm as well, really challenging the abdominals. And then slowly open the arms, rise all the way up, extend the left leg. Squeeze the muscles in your left quad to protect your left knee. You can always keep that knee a little soft if you need to. Bump the hips back slightly, reach the left fingertips forward, and then slowly lower your left hand to your thigh or your shin or a block, reaching the right arm high. Staying lifted in the belly, tucking your hips under a little bit. Again, option to reach the left arm forward, making this more about the abdominals, less about the hamstrings. Slowly lower that left hand down, reach the right arm up and over, plant it next to your left foot, and then bend your right knee, step your right foot in, find a forward fold. Option to take ragdoll if you like. Thinking about the sides of the waist getting long, the space between your lowest ribs and your hip bones increasing. And then walk your big toes to touch if they aren't already. Bend the knees, squeeze the inner thighs, reach up, chair pose. Hips are low. Slowly bring your hands to your heart, shifting your weight to your right foot, lift your left heel, and then stabilizing that right leg, send the left leg back, stepping lightly into your lunge, swiveling the left heel down, find your warrior two. Press through the sole of your left foot. Keep grounding down through that right heel and think about slightly dragging it back towards your left foot. Deep breath in, long breath out. Flip your right palm, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Left hand comes either to your left thigh or hooks behind your back, anchoring your right hip down, reaching away from that right hip, bending into the right knee. And then we'll find extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, reach the left fingertips up. Stay here or reach the left arm over, bicep by your ear. Stay here or reach the right arm forward, bicep by your ear. And then we'll open back up, extend the right leg, engage the right quad. Walk your left foot in a little bit if you need. Bump your hips back to the back of the mat, reach the right hand forward, and then down to either your right thigh or shin, or a block or the floor. Staying lifted in the low belly. Option to reach that right arm forward, bicep by your ear, squeezing the waist, feeling all of that activity happening, wrapping around your low belly, transverse abdominis, obliques, and then slowly windmill the arms down. Let's step that right foot back to meet our left. Final chaturanga, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, last downward dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Slowly lower your knees down and make your way around to a seat. Let's bend the right knee, connect the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Flex the left foot and engage that left leg. Connect your left hand to your right knee and then reach your right fingertips up overhead. Lengthen the spine and then reach up and over to the side towards that left foot. And no matter how far you can get, really try to lengthen that right arm and breathe into the right side of the body. Two more big breaths. slowly rise through the center, switching sides. Sole of the left foot comes to the right inner thigh. Flex the right foot. Right hand reaches for the left knee. Reach the left arm up. Deep breath in as you lengthen. Exhale as you reach up and over towards your right toes. Relaxing your neck. And slowly rise back up. Scooching your hips forward, roll all the way down to your back. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee, finding a figure four stretch, interlacing your hands behind the left thigh. If that's too far to reach, you can always just lower your left foot down and work on pressing your right outer thigh out. Slowly unwind. Let's switch sides. Left ankle over the right thigh, interlacing behind the right thigh. Modification for that is to just work on pressing the left knee away from you, lowering the right foot down to the mat. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. And then we'll slowly unwind. If there's any other stretch you want to take before your Shavasana, please do so. And then we'll all meet in Shavasana, extending the legs long. If that puts any uncomfortable pressure on your low back, you can always bend the knees, plant the feet wide, and let the knees knock in towards one another. Wherever you are, make sure that you can fully and completely relax. Let all of that information that you just gave your body settle in. Stay here as long as you need. Thank you for joining me today.